brother. Shalom, shalom, Yasharala, true Hebrew Israelites of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Once again, prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great. I want to start out with our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, the true names of the Heavenly Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honor to the apostles and elders, the GMS, and shalom to the sisters and brothers laboring in this truth, and the brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show themselves approved. And once again out here, we want to come out with this lesson, talk about the signs of times of what's coming. Because right now, what I feel is Esau Edom is about to hit Yasharala with the okie doke, man. They're opening up things, you know, making it seem like, you know, we're going back to normal. You know, Jake is feeling good, thinking, you know, we got the jab going, everything. They you know, it's about to go back to normal, go back to your old life. And really, we're here to tell you that that's not about to happen, you know? Esau didn't set up this whole scandemic and spend billions of dollars only to turn around and let you go back to happy hour. That ain't about to happen, man. So we're here to get you in the right spirit to brace for impact, because I think this second time, they're going to turn up the heat. Because Most High said that I will try you in fire, you know? So I'm going to open up. This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for the appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So right now, we at the end of Esau Edom's kingdom, the end of his rule. And all these prophecies, when it said that it should speak, it's talking about these prophecies that we measuring. Like, and when I think about it, almost all the prophecies being fulfilled, man. We just waiting on a couple big times, like the mark of the beast, you know, World War III to pop off, but most of them been fulfilled. They all done came into place. You got the 1948ers, they got Israel, we got the scandemic going, the jab is gonna lead into the mark of the beast. They're gonna collapse the dollar. You got World War III building up. Like, everything is speaking right now. Right now, what I'm seeing now is just like the calm before the storm. You know?
You got hyperinflation kicking off. Everything's going up in the stores. That's gonna lead to a famine, a physical famine. And then the famine of the word, that's going to end up happening too. They are already taking off videos and everything off the internet, and messing up your live streams, and messing up, just making it difficult for you to upload anything.
Yep. And like you said, my whole edifying lessons and my playlist has been totally decimated. Because they done deleted all kind of lessons trying to stop this word from going out. Because here we are at the end, and you know, Esau Edom's been exposed. You know, the true Antichrist has been exposed. So, you know, like a criminal, when he get exposed, what he gonna do? Especially if he done stole your identity, and he gotta blow everything up. You know? So, I'm here to tell you that this Crown 19 is not going away. I give a dang they pull out this jab. This jab is only gonna lead to more unrighteous decrees or more things coming down the pipeline. We're not going back to normal. There's no such thing as back to normal. It's over with, you know? We at the end time. And right now, he got to make his move, you know? Which, hey, you got a precept, bring that out about the Antichrist.
This is 1 John chapter 2 and verse 18. And it says, little children, it is the last time, as ye have heard, that Antichrist shall come. Even now, there are many antichrists, whereby we know that is the last time.
You got it. Yeah, you see that? He said that's how we know it's the last time. And then the key word in that you should have caught, it said many antichrists, plural. Plantation Christianity got you thinking there's one single man that's coming that's going to flip everything. What the scriptures tell you, it's a whole group of people. We're here to tell you who that group is. That group is Esau Edom, aka the white man. That's who the Antichrist is, because he's anti everything in the book.
I got you. I'm gonna read another precept to back you up with that. This is verse 19. It said, they went out from us, but they were not us. For if they had been us, they would no doubt have continued with us, but they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. And they go in that verse, that precept go into, for example, they using, like, for example, Black Lives Matter. They're using that example, but it's full of white, so-called white people that's filling up Black Lives Matter, but they're using the name, portraying themselves as if it is the so-called black people right on this planet. And they're still they're going to do the same thing. Those are the times to get ready to come.
Yeah, and like this right there went into that. That's gonna lead to sedition of men, because they committing all kinds of, crimes and rioting, all that, all in Jake's name. Which gonna give Jake a bad name, which gonna lead to that prosecution. Because in a minute, when all this start crashing and they see they ain't gonna go back to normal, they gonna blame Jake. They gonna blame Yasharala. They gonna come after us with all, with the sword, with all kinds of fury. That's what's about to happen. So right now, if you're not in this truth, you being set up for the disappointment and a downfall. So that's what we're here to tell you, man, to watch out for the deceit and the finesse. Because what they call Esau Edom is a cunning hunter. So right now, he's setting a trap. This is a whole trap, man. This whole Crown 19, this whole is gonna go back to normal. That's all a trap, man. So we're here to give you, telling you through the sense in the times, sense in the prophecies. We telling you what this devil about to do. He about to unleash everything, let you go out and shop for the summer, spend your little FRNs, Federal Reserve notes, and I think by the time the winter time comes, they're gonna say the numbers going up. They're gonna say it's been spread. What's that? The mask mandate went on Friday, So they're gonna say, they're gonna use that right there to say, oh, we did it too early. We moved too quick. We put our faith in the jab too quick. Numbers gonna go up, and they're gonna lock everything back down. The second lockdown is gonna be worse than the first. So we're here to tell you to brace for impact, because, hey, it's nothing but, craziness on the horizon. We got a purge effect about to go in, Because right now they're gonna build up sedition of men. The division is getting created. The 1/3 and the hope we lack and the 2/3, the division is getting wider. You're gonna have Egyptian versus Egyptian, and it's all gonna be over the mask mandate, wear the mask, not wear the mask, who got the jab, who don't got the jab. It's gonna all play a factor in the division, and it's gonna be one set of people. Hey, like it's a precept that goes in. People gonna be standing against each other with swords in their hand. That's gonna be guns.
I got a precept to back you up with what you just said. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, and starting at verse 1. And it says, but other time in the season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahweh Yahushua so come as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then suddenly destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, they shall not escape.
Man, you want to break that out?
This is and that's what the argument said earlier, where they basically making you more comfortable, and they putting out the law, and they trying to say that, hey, y'all can come outside without the mask on. Y'all can come out and everything is back to normal. And then one thing hits the fan, it's gonna come as a thief in the night. It's gonna come in unexpected.
Sudden destruction, man. They preaching peace and safety right now. They got the jab going.
Yep.
So they putting their faith in the jab. Get everybody comfortable. Like everything about to be peachy dory. And I'm tell you, hey, Creepy Joe Kamala gonna set it off, man, in a minute, man. They gonna come with their sudden destruction. You got World War III building up, which they ain't trying to really talk about too much. They kind of keep that hush
under the rug.
Running their circus. They got they gonna open up part of the NBA now. They're easing the mask mandate, so everybody gonna be going back to the game, getting their jab, thinking everything going back to normal, going to concerts.
Worrying about the NFL draft and who's gonna
who's gonna go, who got the team, and Aaron Rodgers gonna get traded, all the little drama, they got it going, man. And like I said, your house shall gonna come to me like a thief in the night, because you in the dark. Like, you still caught up in the celebrity life, you still caught up in the worldly affairs. When your house shall come back, man, it's gonna hit you like no other. Like, and we just watched the brother in Alabama through the spirit. They was getting married on the block. This is like the times of Noah. They getting married. Everybody think everything is going cool. It's going back to normal. We good. We safe. I'm here to tell you that is not the case, man. We in the worst situation we ever been in since my time being on the earth. Which old school that watches, you know, me and him was talking through the spirit. He's telling me about what's going on at my old job. And his brother's ex-military was going to the military, man. He know what I'm talking about. Like, they got everybody in this calm sense of security, false sense of security, should I say. And, man, I'm trying to tell you, that's why it's not going to be good to be around no 2/3 at all. Because the 2/3 going to bug out. Because their expectations is it's going back to the good old days. And that's not going to happen. I think when they get hit, you know, when they get the new lockdowns, man, they're not going to be built up to make it. Because they don't have Isaiah 33:6. They don't have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So they're not going to be stable. So this ain't going to be a good thing. It's time now to separate, man. It's time to get up out the worldly affairs. Now it's time to decide, man, you're going to be a natural man of the world or you're going to be a spiritual man, you know, discerning, you know, got the testimony, how about Shemi shot. This is your time to make your decision. Because if you're in the wrong boat, if you're in the boat of the world and you're a friend of the world, hey, you're going to be in pitiful case when this thing hit. I'm going to just let you know that. Because that's our job. Which I got a preset to back that up. Because it's going to come through. We warning you through the format that Yahweh has set up. You know, right here on the highway hedge, letting out the truth, letting you know what's going on, being a spiritual weatherman. This is Titus 1:3. But have in due times manifested his word through preaching, which is committed unto me according to the commandment of God, our Savior. Because the Savior comes in the name of God, which is Yahweh. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So right now, through this word that we got, his word that he gave us, through the preaching, we let you know what time it is. And right now, it's the time to brace for impact, not to get comfortable. If you get comfortable, hey, you're going to get hit with that sure destruction that's about to come. You know? So we let you know to brace up. Because, hey, buckle up. Because this thing about to get real rough. I'm going to say through the spirit, these coming months, especially when the summertime is over with, this new winter we got coming, hey, it's going to get real rough, Yasharala. Real rough.
Especially when the gas prices is heading up right now.
Oh yeah, man, they talking about it's gonna be a gas shortage, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna lead to all kind of chaos. And look, that's gonna lead to the brother that said earlier, inflation. Because it's gas shortage, it's gonna, truckers, you know, they gotta charge more to make their runs.
Right.
They gotta charge more for the gas, they gotta charge more for the food. So everything about to go up.
And not only that, you got some people that ain't gonna be able to afford gas. So that means crime rate is gonna go up even higher.
Woo!
Hey, that also means that a lot of people probably, the people that does get gas, they probably gonna get carjacked. You know, there's gonna be a lot of that going on.
I got a precept. This is Matthew 24:3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us when these things be, and what shall be the signs of the coming and of the end of the world. And Yahweh shall answer him and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars, rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. You want to break that down?
Yeah, you see what he said? He said, what did he say? Trouble not, but these things must come.
Yeah.
So these processes gotta play out, man. I know it's a lot of Jake being the wrong spirit. Jake be wishing this thing don't happen. Jake be like, man, I hope, you know, this thing happen 10, 20 years from now. And really, that's the wrong mindset to be in. That shows you still want to be in your prison cell. You still want to be in prison, man. And like August wrote, they said, rumors of wars, you got that going right now, you know. And what is it, uproars of the people?
Yeah, that's coming up next. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against people, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be a famine. There shall be a famine, and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places.
You hear that? There go that famine we talking about. That's gonna happen, man. Where people gonna be, and see, they famine gonna lead to uproars of people. Because if a person ain't got something to eat, they gonna go rob and spoil their neighbor for what they need, you know, for something to eat, you know. So it's only gonna get worse, man. And they're like, people say, oh, that's spirit monger and all that. No, we telling you the truth, man. That's the truth of what's about to happen. So you need to brace yourself for that and prepare yourself. You need to hide yourself in the secret place of the Most High. And that's to get these scriptures and get this truth. That's what we over to tell you, man, to prepare yourself. That's why I really understand now you got the whole armor of God on. Now I know what that is, man. That's where you are sealed with the truth. You know, can't nothing penetrate you, so you ready to handle. We in the spirit of anticipation. We anticipating this. When it hit, it's not gonna hit us like a sucker punch. We ready for it, you know? So we're gonna prepare ourselves to be prudent, and we're gonna be able to deal with it. So your Pookie and Ray Ray ain't gonna be able to deal with this. Your gangster dudes, your executive CEOs, they're not gonna be ready to deal with this because they're not hastening the coming of our Lord. And they're out of season, should I say.
They're too busy trying to coon for Esau Edom.
Yeah, and they out of season, man. It's like it's winter time and they outside with a short sleeve shirt and shorts on and flip flops. Right. You know, you don't want to get caught out of season. You want to be ready for the time, and that's what we are here to do, to build you up so you can get ready for what's coming your way, so you can handle it. When you better prepare, when you know what's coming, you're better prepared for it. You know.
Yeah, reading on. This is verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Verse 9. Then they shall deliver you up and be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Notice how he said that's the beginning of Star Wars. All these things we talking about now it's the beginning. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just the beginning of what's getting ready to come. What's gonna come after that is gonna be the thermonuclear missiles. You know, the wars outside of the country. They're gonna be trying to get inside of America because they see everything going crazy here on this land. So that's exactly like you said. That's the beginning of sorrow. That's just
the famine.
Yeah, the famine.
Pestilence.
Yeah.
Like with Crown 19, they got stuff that's gonna be even worse coming.
Yeah. And he said we was gonna be hated for his name's sake.
Right.
Yeah, we've been hated right now just for preaching his word, man.
Yeah.
Just for standing on the block with Bibles in our hands, and we're being hated.
And that's their coming prosecution, man. Cause like I said, they gonna blame us for why they can't go back to normal, for why everything's going on, Yasharala. You know, if we don't get jabbed up, they gonna say because of you, I couldn't go back to normal. I couldn't go to my basketball games. I could go to my football games. You know, you preaching that word is what made all this bad stuff happen. Well, if you hear that all the time, they're gonna say, well, what they got? You jinxed it. Yeah. They gonna say stuff like that. If you wouldn't have said it, wouldn't have happened. And we're here to tell you that it was already written out. It was gonna happen. We just conveying the words of the Most High because He already declared it from the beginning. He declared the end from the beginning. So we here to let you know to get ready. But you should be preparing yourself for the kingdom of heaven. It's gonna be right here on earth. We try to beat you to the wedding. You should be ready for the husbandman, which is Yahweh shot. Instead of, nah, man, I'm gonna get my business going.
I got a precept to back up with Dr. Howard just read. This is Luke 21 and verse 31. It says, so likewise, ye, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of the Most High is nigh at hand. Verily I say unto you, that this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. So that's going back to what Dr. Howard was just reading. I was just reading that as a side note to let you know that all of these things have to come to pass. And once these things come to pass, that's when the kingdom of heaven was get ready to come right here on earth, just like what Yasharala just said.
Yeah, he's gonna establish the kingdom, man. And I got some more precepts to come with on. This will explain what's going on right now, man. This is 2 Timothy 4 and 2. Preach the word, be instant in season and out of season. Reprove, rebuke, extort with all long suffering and doctrine. So our people don't like to be rebuked. Our people don't like to be reproved. You know, they want to stay doing the wicked ways that they doing, man. When I go into that, our people don't want to change their ways. They want to still eat their pork chop sandwiches. They want to still eat their crab legs. They want to still, you know, do all the wicked things that the world tells them to do and gives them the liberty to do. That's what they want to do. They don't want to come back to Yahweh Bashim Shah. They don't want to do what's right in His eyes. And see, the Most High knew that was going to happen. That's why 2/3 are going to be destroyed. So I'm going to keep on reading. This number 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. So that explains, like, in a nutshell, what I just got you talking about, man. They want to go by what T.D. Snake said. Creflo Take Your Dollar said. You know, what Joel Osteen got to say, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they really going after their own lust. They want to, you know, do what they want to do. Do as thy will spirit. That spirit our people got. man. He said, teachers that have itching ears. You know, when we come out with this truth, man, their ears get to itching. It don't sound good to them. They don't like it. They don't want to hear that. It sounds like doom and gloom to them. You know, what you just heard that, he said this reality is a simulation, which is correct, because this world is built by who? Esau Edom, aka the white man, and it's fake, because everything he promotes is a lie, you know? So, you hear that? That's the Spirit of the Lord right there. He said this reality is a simulation. And so, what's happening is, Yahweh he about to bust this false reality we living in. You know, that's why, man, through the Spirit, I just did a lesson. Who really gonna get hit hard when reality set in is the women of our nation. Because they abide by this false reality we live in. They love it. So when there's no more Section 8, no more food stamps, you know, no police to call, hey, then they gonna know the true value of a man. I just did a lesson about, hey, the high value man right there, man. Because this false reality, that's why they don't know nothing. Because we live in this false reality and it's been telling them lies. And the women of our nation, and most of these men, they eat them lies up. They love to lie. They love to lie, hate the truth.
Right.
That's where we at.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish reading it because it kind of goes back into what Tay was saying about their reproving and rebuking. They don't want to hear that. This is reading on in Matthew 10, Matthew 24 and 10. And then shall many be offended. And there's a lot of people going to be offended in the Lord. Like, we rebuke you, we rebuke you, and tell you what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing according to the scriptures, because it's not our words, and they get offended in that. And it's a precept saying, blessed is he that's not offended in me. And shit, if you offended in the Lord, hey man, you're going to get destroyed. But reading on, it says, and shall try one another and shall hate one another. And you get to rebuking people, hey man, they really hate you, man. They really ain't hating you, they hating the Lord. But hey, they bring it out to you like, hey man, you can't tell me what to do. You can't judge me.
I already heard that.
Hey, verse 11, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Hey, you see that right now too. Everybody on edge, man. Shit, Esau going against Esau, Jake going against Esau, Jake going against Jake. Hey, you got other nations going against themselves, other nations leaving this place, man, and that's prophecy.
You read it earlier, kingdom versus kingdom, nation versus nation.
Yeah, and this is the last one, verse 13. It says, "But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved." Hey, you gotta endure to the end, go through all this madness, go through that fire, that trials and tribulation, so you can be saved, man. And that's pretty much.
Yeah, and I like, see right there, what he's talking about, man, what we got now is division. When I really think about that whole spirit of what he's reading right there is division, man. It's been set up because what Yahweh is doing right now is busting up this wicked kingdom, this queendom that we living in. He's busting it up right now. Because the wrong people are in rulership. Because they're wicked, you know? That's why wickedness is reign. That's why I said, what you read that, because the iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Okay, why is iniquity running abound? Why is iniquity running all through the world? Because the wicked are set up in power, and the whole world's under his vibration, you know? So Yahweh Shah, through this truth that we spitting out right now, these living waters, hey, busting it up, you know? Busting it all up. And Jake, you know, the wicked 2/3 of our nation, they love this. So not only is it making Esau feel uneasy, you know, it's making, you know, 2/3 of our people feel uneasy because they conform to this world is what they did. Their condition, they conform to it. Romans 12:2 says not to be conformed to this world, but to have the renewing of your mind. The renewal of your mind, you got to be humble. You got to be able to get rebuked. You got to be able to reprove yourself. You got to examine yourself, you know? And you got to make yourself fit. Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shak. Remember them women? They went to the elder talking about they come as you are spirit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? See, all them false leaders got our people in a messed up state to where they don't even want to receive rebuke and reprove.
Yeah, you could, like, I'll wait right now. If you could tell me where that's at in the Bible, hey, man, we'll wait for it. But we're going to be waiting all day because it's not in there. Hey, come as you are, some made up stuff that the Christianity pastor made up, man. Nah, you can't come as you are. That's damn near blasphemy. You over here showing your ass and your titties and shit all in the church. The Lord said dress modestly.
Yeah, that's folly. Because you can't come as you are. Because like, what do you say? We filthy. Yeah. You filthy. You got to clean yourself up. You know? And that's why I said through these scriptures, I found out what a true baptism is. You got to get these living waters right here, these scriptures. You know? We got a standard to live by. You You know what I'm saying? That's why the Most High made laws. What you think he set these laws up so you can just break it and do what you want to do? No. Man, Yahweh Shah wants perfection, man. He wants something clean, you know? And that comes with having standards, having dignity, you know? You got to carry yourself in a royal fashion. And the scriptures right here tells you how to do that. So you got to make yourself fit the Most High, not the Most High fit you. You know? That's what Jake thinks. Jake want to make God subjective. They want to make God, like, you know, accept me for who I am. I don't want to have to clean myself up and do right. I still want to eat my pork chop and crab legs. And like I said, the chick dressing their titties out, booty out. Jake want to dress with his pants sagging below his, you know what I'm saying, ass and feel like he's supposed to be accepted. No, man.
Or that thing where they, I got time. I find the Lord when I find the Lord, man. I come to him when I come down. Nah, it ain't like that, man. You can't do that.
Yeah, he said make no tarry to seek the Lord, because really what they don't realize is, hey, the devil got a short time. Hey, it's raining down now, man. The doors of mercy are closing every single day. We done pulling back this word.
That's the reason why they think like that, man, because they leaning on their own understanding when it comes to the Most High, and not realizing that the Most High is above all time. He created everything. So why are you trying to fit him in the time limit? He has no limit.
And he's above us.
Yeah,
My thoughts are not your thoughts,
yeah,
man.
exactly.
So you got to come up to his level, not him stoop down to your level. You know, who is you? He created you.
Right.
What's that? In Romans chapter 9, he said, "Who are you to question the potter that formed the clay?"
Right.
You know, so that's what our people like to do. They like, I'm gonna question God. I still want to be a homo. I feel like he should still love me, even though, you know, I'm getting my stuff pushed in. It don't work like that.
And speaking of homos, the Most High is using them for an example to show you his power, what he's gonna do to him.
And he did it before with Sodom and Gomorrah. He about to do it again on a bigger level.
Matter of fact, I got let me find that precept real quick. I just got this.
Yeah, so like I said, hey, the Most High getting ready to rain down destruction, man. And the people that's gonna catch it is the 2/3 and the heathens. You know, only people that's gonna observe is a hopeful elect. And so when I say that word elect, you should be seeking that out. What is a hopeful elect? That's who you should be tailing your life behind and trying to be like that, because that's the ones that's gonna get that safety. They're gonna get that standard. They're gonna be preserved. That's where you want to be at. And that's what we up here telling you, man. Like Red said, using the right spirit, we ain't just spitting like fearmonger. Like, we giving you the solution to your problems. You know, we telling you what you need to do to clean yourself up. You know, we ain't just out here telling you what the problem is. We telling you the problem and we giving you the solution. You know, you just don't want to hear the solution because you don't want to do it. You lazy and you wicked. You want to continue doing your wicked ways. Which we telling you, if you can go ahead and keep doing that, but you know, it's gonna come with a price on that.
The blood is gonna be on your hands, but we warning you. We trying to wipe the blood off our hands since we the watchmen of the Most High. This is Jude chapter 1 and verse 7. And it says, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in a like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth an example, suffering the vision of eternal fire. And that eternal fire is going back into those nuclear missiles that's getting ready to come down on this place. You got the laws, and they're giving them much more liberty. Matter of fact, Joe Biden is signing more and more executive orders, giving those that alphabet game more right. And they get more bigger and bigger, and they get more bolder and bolder out here. And the Most High is angry at that, and He gonna come destroy them. So just sit there and just sit back and watch them and see what the Most High do to them.
Like I said, the alphabet is getting more power, man. You got the FEMA troops about to come down, the National Guard is here. Like, Creepy Joe just called back troops from Afghanistan back over here. Why is he doing that, y'all Shirala? Because they gonna need them right here to lock your butt down. They need them to subdue you. They getting ready to do another lockdown, man. That's what we telling y'all through the spirit. And you can see the effects of the first lockdown. Another lockdown, this place gonna be destroyed, man. That's why ain't nobody gonna probably own nothing. Everything's gonna be owned by the government.
You
know what I'm saying?
Nothing anyway. You really put it that way, you don't own
Right,
nothing.
you kind of right. That's why you pay taxes on your house.
Yeah.
You don't really own it.
Yeah.
Well, they getting ready to take it from you. You about to see you don't really own nothing. Because they about to snatch everything up. You know, and especially if you don't take the jab and comply with this new world order. You're gonna be enemy of the state.
Going into that that second lockdown you're talking about, this is 2nd Esdras 15 and 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. And the Lord wrote this, had this being written more than 2,000 years ago, man. And it's ringing true to this day. That's how you know this book is powerful. That's going into a lockdown. If you living in one place and then you try to go into another city and can't, and you turned away, what is that, man?
And then like right there, he already doing. They got Crown 19 passports. You got other countries talking about if you go to India or any of these other countries that got hotspot with the Crown, you come back, that's 5 years in jail. So it's starting already on the bigger scale, and it's only gonna get worse. You know, because especially like right now, I can see this whole setup. We can see it. They're letting everybody congregate together, take the mask off. They're gonna say, up, the numbers is going up, up, it's spreading. These are super spreader events, and they're gonna do another lockdown. When already we never really recovered from the first lockdown. You know, I'm saying bad effects at the plantation. Old school told me, you know, the effects like my old job, they only got 1 shift now, and only 2 programs going. You know, at my old job, so we already feeling the effects. The second lockdown, that's gonna really usher in the NWO, man. I think that's when they're gonna crash the dollar. And they really gonna reel it all the way in to show you what you dealing with.
And that's when they gonna enforce the law right there. They already trying to put it in. They did a mandated law where they making everybody get their jab. Not only that, so that's just gonna be another example for them to get that jab and that chip. So that's where we headed to right now.
And it is going just like that. Because at my plantation, at my job, it started out with a testing site. The testing site has turned into now a jabbing site. The next step is going to turn into a chipping site, where you can access your digital currency, which is going to probably be one of these little cryptos. You know, the money's going digital, y'all Sarala. That's how they're going to implement the mark of the beast. That's how you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell unless you have that mark in your hand, which they already chipping people. It's just voluntary right now. You go right on YouTube and to see what, type in chip. They got chipping parties. You know, other countries are chipping people. So this ain't no made up thing. This ain't something we just making up. They're doing it right now. It just ain't been mandatory yet, which it will be when they crash this dollar.
Yeah, they do their stuff. They practice it in the smaller countries. That way, because you know the smaller countries really don't have a lot of media outlets. So that's the reason why it ain't showing right now. So they'll use the smaller countries as an experiment, and then they go to the bigger countries. So they just gradually.
Cause right now, you think about it now, the other countries ain't got the rights like your so-called Babylon, your Americans do. And you look at these other countries, they rebelling against their government on lock. They ain't throwing rocks at the police, tearing up stores and stuff. The only thing I see that's going cool with this new world order is your Babylon, your America. So I found that showed me right there, like America, they the dumbest people on the face of the planet. Cause they ain't really too much rebelling against this. They bend it over and taking it. You know, because these the most coddled people on the face of the planet. Got it the easiest. And they'll do anything to keep their luxury. You know, they not fighting for their rights. Everywhere else I look around the country, they banging, man. A boy in my job showed me a video of her country, but they out there in the thousands, like, banging on they police, man. So, the doctor said right there is totally true, man. Our people, man, hey, y'all gonna be easy work here in Babylon the Great. Easy money.
It's that gradualism, that
I don't know. Go ahead and word.
Nothing but a devil.
Right. Yeah, I forgot. I lost my train of thought, man. It's locked, y'all.
Yeah, you gotta stay with it. Don't let that devil throwing off. But here we go. I'm gonna bring out a precept. You know what I'm saying? Because I went into talking about the grinding shall cease because of, you know, the workers be few. Talking about these plantations. Because I know people quitting at your job. And people, you say y'all work slowing up.
Yeah.
People quitting like we get somebody in my job quit like every single week, man. And when that happens, because we so short, that working the few people that's there getting overworked. They sending them to the ambulance, to the IMSA. And I see one dude, one man was in a wheelchair. Edomite was in a wheelchair because he got a blister on his foot. That's how bad they working is because they can't keep nobody there. Everybody's quitting. So, and this is prophesied in the Bible. Here it go. This is Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because there are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. So the grinding is going to come to a cease because the workers are few. You know what I'm saying? You got McDonald's paying what? People $50 to come in just for an interview?
Yeah, for an interview.
You know what I'm saying? So they got, and I heard on the news, they got a work shortage. They call it a labor shortage, you know? So these are some of the things that have been prophesied in the Bible. And it said that they'll look out the windows and be darkened. That's talking about the dark times that's coming. They don't see no hope. Like I just read earlier in the precept that your house shall come like a thief in the night. They in the dark. So they look out their window, all they see is darkness. They see doom and gloom. They don't see the light like we do. They're not kingdom-minded. You know? It's lucky. And I like what it said, the strong men shall bow themselves. All these Booking Ray Rays, gangster, hood niggas, that you think is strong, all these military dudes and all that, when this thing really pop out and really hit, hey, they gonna be scared. You know why? Because they don't have the knowledge of Yahweh Shah. So, like I said in my lesson I just did, you gotta know who the men are, the true men are in that day. Because they're not gonna be scared or afraid. They're gonna be calm, because we know what's going on. You know? And I'm gonna keep on reading. And this is 4. And the door shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and it shall rise up the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So you hear that? So the door shall be shut in the streets. That's going into that martial law right there. When they implement martial law, it's gonna be curfews. You gotta be in your house. You know what I'm saying? At a certain time. If you outside your house, hey, they probably gonna throw you in the ticket to the FEMA camp, like just shoot you up. Straight up. That's what's gonna happen. And he said, you should rise up at the voice of a bird. That's what to let me know, and a lot of people ain't gonna have no jobs in that day. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be waking up early, lost, dazed and confused, you know? And he said the dollars of music should be brought low. That's why music is garbage right now, because we're at the end, you know? They let any old Jake get a rap career or a record deal, man. You hear this music now, and it just sounds like a bunch of this foolishness, you know? They ain't making music with instruments no more. It's all a computer, a bunch of this, you know, yeah, get it, ratchet, yeah, fuck that nigga in the back, I'm a savage, that type of stuff, you know? Hey, the music is down when you go and listen to the 60s and 70s, man, they had soul. They had real instruments going. So, they right there let you know, that's how I know why we at the end. The music is garbage in every genre. You ain't got music like our people had back in the 60s and 70s. Them bands ain't hitting like that no more. Man, you got crack babies making music now.
Going into what is that? The song, what do you say?
The music, all the daughters of music should be brought low.
Going into that daughters of music that's gonna be brought low. That's also going into the people that's singing in Murph right now. They over there blowing the trumpet of Murph, partying, kicking it, and doing all that thing. They gonna be brought low because we at the end, all hell about to be broken loose. They over here worried about Murph, and they gonna get hit like a thief in the night and just be utterly destroyed and ashamed and don't know what to do. They're gonna be going around with like a chicken with their head cut off because their mind was in Murph instead of in a house of mourning, like the scriptures say.
Just like them Eve, you know, on the food steps, the Section 8.
There's gonna be a lot of Eve like that.
As well.
They in the club. They get to take their mask off, and now they about to let it all hang out. They been cooped up for a minute, you know. And like I said, they gonna be all out in the club.
I drove by down the street yesterday. I seen a strip club that was damn near closed for a couple of months. That shit was packed like a mud. It took over like 2 parking lots. I was like, all right, they got their masks off. They over here worrying about some damn box.
In the strip club, man. Now the strip club's coming back. And like I say, when they shut it down again, hey, all them dudes that's in the strip club throwing, they ain't gonna be able to take that, man. You're gonna see a lot of suicides, you know.
You done threw 2 racks and then they shut us down again. And you like, I wish I would have kept that rack, man. Shit, you're gonna be stuck, man.
Cause hey, we at them times now, man. We at the end. And at the end, you gotta prepare yourself. Certain things, a certain spirit you should be in at the end. Really, you should have a testimony to how about Shemal Shah. You need this truth. Because that's your ticket into the kingdom, you know? Because what does Hebrews 8:10, it said that we don't gonna preach them up because everybody gonna know them. Yeah. So that means, hey, it's a certain doctrine you gotta have to be saved. Plantation Christianity, everybody's like, oh, I'm saved, but don't know what you saved from. Don't even know what's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Don't even know nothing. You come to your Plantation Christian, we bring out some of these precepts, and they be like, I ain't never heard of that. That's because you didn't been listening to lies your whole life.
You don't read your Bible.
Exactly. You ain't steady to show yourself approved. You're not approved, man. That's why the Lord gonna say, depart from me, I never knew you. Because how you get to know Yahweh outside, you got to read his word, man. Just like in that lesson I did last night. That's how you know the mind of Yahweh outside. It's through this word. This is his mind right here. He let you know everything, how he feel, what he like, what he don't like. Everything is right here in our book. This ain't about religion. This is our culture right here. They got took from us. This is how you make your way back to the Lord. You know, back to your heritage, which really your inheritance. This is how you get to your heritage. You got to claim your ID. You got to use your ID, and then you got to like get the family values back with the law, statutes, commandments.
And I like how you say ID, man. Because usually when you got to go inside a building, you got to present your ID. But when you got to go before the Lord, you have to present your ID.
Dad, you can't tell the Lord I'm black.
Right.
Right, you what? What? You African American? What is that?
Right.
Depart from me. I never knew you.
Right.
You don't even know your heritage. You don't even know what you are. You know what I'm saying? Esau, Edom beat it out of you. The devil beat it out of you. And you never did come back into it. Which they goes to Isaiah 1 and 3, my people don't consider.
Right.
You got to consider. And then when you even do make it back to your ID, hey, you got to use discernment and wisdom to get to the right doctrine. There's a lot of different Hebrew Israelite groups out here. They done took the bag, that'll throw you off. So, this because you know you Hebrew Israelite, you still ain't made it. You still got to study. You know?
That's why, like you said earlier, that's why you got to go through the trials and tribulations just to get the right doctrine.
Exactly. You got to make your rounds. my first group I found was not GMS. I had to keep making my rounds, keep studying, keep working my way around. I had to keep listening. It said my sheep hear my voice. You know, which it says, what is that, Matthew? Let me bring that out. Matthew, I did the lesson 13 and 16. It says, but blessed are your eyes for they see and your ears for they hear. So your eyes and your ears got to be blessed. You got to have sight. You got to be able to see. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to hear. Who got the truth? You got to have discernment, man. What's going to give you that discernment is wisdom. Spiritual wisdom. Which the Most High gonna open you up to have it, man. You gotta seek him to get it. Humbly. And I think it's saying in the Bible, seek wisdom. And keep her with all our strength. Because that's who, hey, she's gonna help lead you to your Yahweh Shema Shah. You know, wisdom is the key principal thing. That's what Solomon asked for. He can ask for any gift, he asked for wisdom. That's the number one thing that's gonna lead you to the kingdom of heaven right there.
That's why I like when you said that blessed are your eyes that shall see. And it's not talking about the physical eyes, it's talking about the mind's eyes.
Your spiritual eyes.
Yep.
You gotta be able to spiritually see things. Because our people so carnal, all the prayer and touch Christianity person gotta do is throw on a watch,
Yep.
a chain, you know, 5,000 Armani suit. You know, he like a try, he can work you over.
And
Your eyes ain't blessed.
They look at that as wisdom. You know, in all of the jury and stuff, they say that's wisdom.
And so that's conventional earthly wisdom.
Yeah.
So they're saying our people ain't spiritual.
Right.
You gotta look past this worldly aspect that y'all got. You gotta look spiritual, man. Spiritual, that's what I'm saying. You look into the deep things, the dark saying, you gotta look deep into this, man. You know, you gotta look past the outer man, look into the inner man, you know? And it said, and you need the scriptures. This your measuring stick, you know? Dude can tell you all that. Oh, yeah, I'm a man of the Lord. I read my Bible. He got a pork chop sandwich in his hand. That should let you know right there, like, no, you not. You know? Or start asking him certain things in the Bible. He don't want to ask the questions. That's because he ain't approved. He ain't studied. He don't know this word. I give a damn how much money he got. Or what big words he can use. You got the conscious community, they use big words to finesse your butt.
Yeah.
Brother
You know?
No Light.
Yeah, brother No Light. A lot of charlatans out here, man.
Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yeah, he whack. I seen through him before I even came into the truth, man. Because all he does was, he want to tell you about the problem, but he don't want to give you no solution. Because he ain't got the solution. Because he don't know. He's still lost. He's still saying black. He think we Africans. So he ain't approved right there. He ain't studied this word. He ain't a man of the Most High. He's not a high value man. Even though Kevin Samuels tell you he is, because he's a six-figure dude.
Yep.
Kevin Samuels, his thing is a high value man is a man that got money and that's useful. And really that's lost right there. Because, you know, Migos got money, Lil Uzi Vert got money, you know, Kodak Black got money, you know, so that's not a high value man right there.
And I like how you said when you got money, you got to realize that the money is gonna devalue. So how can you tell a high value man without the money? And it's through these scriptures. You got to understand the scriptures. If you got a man to understand the scriptures, that's the true high value man according to the scriptures, not money.
Because that's the true riches.
Do you mind if I interrupt for a second and ask your question? Do you know why it's called the Abrahamic tradition and how we can prove God is black? You know,
you can prove that. What's that, Revelation?
Yeah,
Revelation.
but
Tell
think
you.
about it. Before God,
And Daniel 10.
it said Abram. His name was Abram before he became Abraham.
Yeah.
Whose hand? Noah's youngest son, who was the father of the Ethiopians, the Liberians, and the Egyptians.
Right.
Who was dark complected. When Jesus performed the wedding, the miracle wedding at Cana, it was a merger of Abram and Ham, hence Abrahamic traditions. And so when someone sits here and shows a picture of a white God, doesn't even say it in the name. So this is why you know you're listening to a false God.
Right.
Now I'm explaining something to you. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. Now the earth was formless and void. God's spirit was in darkness, hovering over the water's deep. You know what formless and void is? It's 5 things. It's water, it's the face of the earth. Fire, it's core. The constellation Gemini, the female form, and the color white. Now God's spirit was in darkness, hovering over the water's deep. Darkness is black, but made in flesh becomes gold. Now hovering over the water's deep, constellation Aquarius. This is why it says in Job 7:17 through 18, God, why are you so concerned with the Son of Man that you rise every morning just in the drop of day? The last constellation on the morning horizon, constellation Aquarius, is the age of enlightenment. When it says go find the water bear, go find the man carrying the jug of water, that refers to constellation Aquarius. God, who are you that you can tie Orion's belt and make the Pleiades into who they are? You are the one that pours water. I try to tell you, the Bible is more than just a moral spoken guidebook. It's a math book, it's a chemistry book, it's a clock, it's a GPS calendar.
It's everything. This is a whole spiritual book. This is out of this world. This is not bound by, you know, the earthly realm.
So, for example, the story of Cain and Abel is the story of a square, or the quadratic equation. But it's also the story of the reality we have, because you have 4 possible situations between a brother. 2 brothers that love each other, self-evident. 2 brothers hate each other, self-evident. An older brother is good and bad, a younger brother that's bad, self-evident. What happens when the older brother is evil and the younger brother is bad good? This is the reality we have here. And this is how you know the white man is the devil.
Exactly.
Because what ends up happening, the white man says, we're here first. He puts his knee on my leg. Look at the picture of Cain killing Abel.
Yeah, you should slow
It's
it
a
down. We
simulation.
know that.
It's a simulation. What is on the bush that doesn't burn? Greenwood.
You know what I'm saying? And then see, we know that through the scriptures. Everything you telling us, we know that we don't read the scriptures right here. And we know because
What does Moses mean? From upriver he came. What does Arkansas River mean? From downriver they went.
yeah, and see everything. Let's say we try to tell our
Constellation
people
Aquarius.
everything is in this book that we need because this book is prepared to live and walk.
Exactly.
You know,
When
when you
it's-
get to understand it right through here. You know,
When it said God and Jesus who judged the living and the dead, well, that refers to the constellation leap, because 88 days from the last day of the year is October 4th. Yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. I'm the Son of Man. You all carry my name and returned it. Jesus' first miracle, turning water into wine. It's a prophecy of my return. My name is Joseph Russell Benjamin Palm Goodman. How many tribes of Israel are there? 12. 2 remaining, 10 lost. 2 hands and 10 fingers. 2 tablets, 10 commandments. Exodus 2:10. Jesus' first miracle, turning water out of wine. John 2:10. John 4:6. Serving the good wine second. You look at the Quran, 10:22 in reverse. He will come down, will give us favorable, good winds, will lead us. This is the end of days, and I'm ready to not get out.
now what's his real name? You know,
Joseph
His
Russell
real name.
Benjamin Palm Goodman. Palm. Palm Sunday, Palm Wednesday. Letter of God. The first word in the Bible. And first truth. Good. Good wind.
yeah. But I'm saying, what's the father and the son's name? What's his name?
The son's name is Paul Christopher. His name is in reverse because it's happening in reverse. Christ Paul, now it's Paul Christ. See, I'm the flesh made word. He was the word made flesh. Perfection coming in that perfect world. I'm in perfection trying to get us back to a perfect world.
Okay, now what language did our people speak back then?
I spoke English.
No, what language did we speak before we got in captivity?
It was English.
No, we would speak Paleo Hebrew.
All right, I'll let you guys go.
Yeah, you gone. Yeah. Hey, his name is Yahweh Basmi Shop.
Hey, I'll put it this way. Y'all carry my name in return day.
Hey, I'm coming to Niger Yahweh Basmi Shop.
And that dude's
You
the
know?
devil. He said he was the fulfillment of Christ.
Yeah.
He spoke all big. That's
Yahweh
like,
Shop.
he spoke big. I was like, I hit him with the names. I was like, all right, you can't hit me with that pseudo talk.
Like just
What's
because you
the
know
names?
precepts
No.
don't mean you know the truth. He over here thinking about worldly knowledge, talking about the Aquarius and the constellations and stuff. The Lord said He'll give us that in the kingdom, man.
That's that Hotep Kemetic right there. They said you can't be swayed by that. Did you see that, Yasharala?
He brought up the Quan and everything. Like he said something about the Quan.
Yeah, see, you can't finesse me like that.
Yeah.
See that, and that's when you armored up.
Just
You
'cause
armored
got
up.
big words don't mean you're gonna penetrate the truth, man.
No.
We rooted and grounded, man. We were just talking about that.
And that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's spirit of the Lord right
Hey,
there.
he just showed he was the devil on
Lord,
camera, man.
you outside.
He called himself the Messiah, man.
Yeah, he did. He did.
That's blasphemy.
Yeah,
Man.
no, you're not.
Yeah.
Neither you coming in the names of Yahweh Shah. See, he wasn't approved.
Yeah, he said Jesus Christ and do it backwards is Christ
when,
Peter or something.
God-
And his whole
Uh,
stuff fell
uh,
flat when he talking about we speaking English in the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. That's the, and then you gonna say the white man's devil, yet you gonna say we can't speak in his language.
Exactly.
Come on, man. So see, you gotta watch out. Cause bug outs come with that, man. They got to see a person that ain't armed, built up. They probably got the skin on.
See,
he got him.
That right there is that's the definition of having mixed wines right there. That's mixed wines. They come with a little bit of the scriptures, a little bit of some carnal
Pseudoscience, constellations,
and-
stars. I heard him out.
Yeah.
Like I heard you. And look, as he got to talking, I knew he was
I knew he was
bugged
off.
out.
I knew he was off.
I knew he was about to come with some bug out stuff. I said, here it comes.
He walked by
Here
the
it
first
comes.
time.
Yeah, I'm like, here he said we living in a false reality, which yeah, that's true. They're saying that's the devil. You mixing a little
He
truth.
said white man's the devil. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
too.
true too. You mixing a little truth. But he didn't have 100% pure waters, man. He didn't have the names of Yahweh Shah. That's why them names is important right there. Because he didn't have them names.
He had Esau's wisdom, trying to mix it with some of the precepts and the scriptures that he knew.
So he had knowledge outside of this word. He should have used the scriptures. See? He didn't steady show himself approved. That's why you gotta stay in the scriptures, y'all Sharala. Don't go with all that little bug out.
He broke some
Esau,
of the scriptures down wrong.
Pseudo.
Like,
Yeah, before if you'd stayed here, I'd have told him the stars. Like, remember that Revelation?
that's
The stars and 12 tribes. I'm like, dude, we know that.
Then he said it was 12 tribes, 2 was found and 10 was lost. Like all the tribes, like we know what those tribes are now. We know who Naphtali is. We know who Reuben is. We know that, man.
And then that's another spirit.
He said 2 was lost.
He said 10 and lost. He said 2 was found and 10 and lost.
No, they not. No, they not. All 12 is here, man. If he came and said Dan, and Joseph replaced Dan, then I could have rolled with that. But he really didn't have it, man. He came with that big talk, pseudo talk, and it's not gonna work, man. We armored up over here, man.
With James 1 and 22, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And then when we got ready to start preaching to him, he took off and he
You
took
didn't
off.
want to hear that.
What was that? Proverbs 28 and 1.
We
The
gave
wicked-
him his little sign, his little space to come with his madness. As soon as we was about to get in there, he took off.
The wicked flee with no man pursue. That's exactly that's spirit right there, man. But that's exactly what he did for.
He talking about some palm shit.
Yeah.
That remind me of that palm with the eye in the middle of it.
And that was like Star Trek shit.
Yeah.
They be doing. I'm like, what they got to do with the scriptures? I just looked at it. I knew he was gonna come some bugged out stuff. I knew the first time he rolled by and said something.
It was bugged
And then
out.
he came back and he had to, spit his pseudo bug out stuff to us. And I'm just looking at him crazy like, yeah, I'm about to cut you in a minute. I hear you talking. You got it. So I asked him, what's the names then?
That was James 1 and 8. The double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. It was James 1 and 8.
That's a perfect definition, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
Using them big words and trying to scam over and something and try to get somebody to, unroot somebody, but that ain't
we
gonna work.
got the armor on,
Yeah,
we
we
sealed up.
rooted and grounded.
Yeah, hey, we done ate the whole road, man. We ground. That's what I said. I already knew what to hit him with. He gonna say our language is English. I like, hey, you done right there, dude. Get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I got a 1611 in my hand right there. They spell shit differently back then.
English is a new speech, man.
Yeah.
English is new speech.
Get out of here with that, man. You ain't approved.
Like the carnal knowledge he had, he didn't have that carnal knowledge. That all the languages came from Hebrew, Latin, and Greek.
Then he tried to mix us in with Ham, talking about Abraham and Ham go together like, no.
I was about to cut him on them, but I wanted to finish.
Yeah, them were 2 different people, man. We ain't mixed it with no Ham.
We shim now.
Him changing Abraham's name to Abraham ain't got nothing to do with Ham.
It came because he was living in Ham's land, man.
That's that half true, because he said at first Abraham was Abram at first, and I'm like, yeah.
That's why we out here preaching the word.
That's baby stuff.
Yeah, it's lightweight. We learned that a long time ago.
That's milk right there.
First coming into it. That's all like, man.
Now, this is the spirit right here. Proverbs 20:81. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion.
And he flee. When I got ready, because I got like, okay, I heard your big talk and all that. What's the names of God and His Son?
Yeah.
He didn't want to hear that. He took off.
Soon as I said he spoke Hebrew, we were like, no, we gone.
Because he couldn't combat that, because we did. You can't combat that. If we don't hit, I was gonna say, what tribe was your house shot from? You know, he about to get them cuts. That's what it was. He ran from that, like, nah. See, he thought we was some plantation Christianity pastors.
Nah.
So you can hit them like that, because they don't read this book. They don't study. So you can mix him all kind of ways. Like, if I keep teaching my son, my 6-year-old son, I say we about 8 or 9, he gonna cut up a plantation pastor. They don't know nothing. You know? But we built up. So you come spit your little pseudo stuff, brother know like stuff if you want to. Hey, we got to give you them cuts, man. That first cut came, he ran out. Hey, the name, that's the spirit. The name of Cal Bossing outside ran him off. He heard that name come out. Like, I ain't working with that.
That defeated his whole purpose of saying he was Christ, because he used some backwards name spelling type of shit to fit
all the tribes. We say Benjamin, Paul, Christ.
And then he said that fit his name, because his name is Benjamin this and this, and if you spell his name backward, it makes him.
It's some bullshit. Turned it up. He basically talking upside down stuff. You know, Isaiah 5 and 20.
That's the devil, man. He came in the spirit of Esau right there.
The serpent.
And mixed in some truth with some lies.
Yeah, and that's Esau eat him to the fullest. He might have been a tear, man. If he wasn't a tear, he was a spiritual tear, for sure.
Yeah. He looked real fair skinned.
You know, the way his eyes do, the way his eyes do.
Yeah, it looked like he do drugs or something. Like you said, he looked unstable. Yeah. Like, don't spit that over here, dude.
Yeah, he had some. Yeah, he definitely had some baggage around his eyes, man.
So that's what we saying, y'all, Shriley. You gotta watch for the. Hey, that was a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yep.
And because we built up, this is our brother that precept. Blessed be your eyes, they see, and your ears they hear. Hey, we seen right through that dude, man.
Yeah, we seen the bullshit and we heard the bullshit. Hey, he cut his ass in one cut. Really didn't even get to get into it.
Man, this came out the name of the Lord. The name of the Lord made that. I'm about to get that. The heathen shall fear the name of the Lord. Yeah. Like I said, that might have been the heathen, man.
Yeah, it was. Shit, he could have been a tear. He was a tear. You look like you Israel, you look like a Jake, but hey man, shit, you an Edomite. And if not, you're spiritually a tear, man.
I got a precept while you're looking at that. We're looking at that one. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, and starting at verse 9. It says, "Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High?"
And that dude ain't gonna, and he unrighteous, man. He blaspheming the Lord, saying he's the new, he's the return of him, man. Yeah. He ain't gonna enter into the kingdom. He's gonna taste that second death. And maybe enter into the kingdom if you're an Israelite, but like if not, you're gonna be born a slave in your regular Edomite skin, man.
Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers.
What are you doing? He was spitting some fucking idolatry, man. I'm talking about worship him, man.
Right. Yeah, everybody about to drink that. Yeah, ain't no living waters.
Nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
Man, right there.
That goes to them right there. Man, shit, man.
So here, check this out, y'all, Shriley. We just witnessed it. You just witnessed this right here.
Yeah.
This precept right here. This is Psalms 102 and 15. So the heathen shall fear the name of the Lord, and all the kings of earth thy glory.
And what did he do? What did he do? As soon as the name Yahweh Bashim Yahshua came up, he took off running because he couldn't spill that bullshit about Christ's name backwards equal his name. That means I'm the Messiah coming back and I'm here to fulfill his work. That was bullshit. And then, what did he say? And then once he said English, and when he spoke Hebrew, he took off. The name and that Hebrew carried weight. That Hebrew, that true language, man, that's a powerful language right there.
They said all the kings of the earth thy glory. He seen we had glory on us.
Exactly.
And then like, how you gonna try to say you the Messiah and you ain't even out here doing the work?
Exactly.
You walking up and down the street, man.
With some headphones on, psychobabble, man.
Yeah, don't know nothing. You ain't coming in. You ain't doing the works of the Lord. You know, then you gonna try to come to this Wild's Council. You really trying to take over, try to act like he had more knowledge than we do. Like, we just looking at it like that.
I'm gonna let you finish, but we about to go ahead and go.
Hey, that's some other thing. What is it? The aged man knows not the wisdom, that precept. No,
he showed he wasn't approved, man. And I knew it through the spirit he was.
Hey,
so like I said, we let him spit his little pseudo. And man, that was the spirit of the Lord right there. Yeah. Some told me, man, okay, you know all that. What's the name? Hey, that name came out, he took off, man. He didn't want to hear that, man. And that was that glory on us. And that's what Esau Edom fears, is the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. You know? That name right there gonna hold weight. You know, especially in these end times, that you need that name. Hey, you just seen the power of that name, man. It made that devil skirt up out here quick, man.
The heathen fear that name. The true heathen, and those are people who live like the heathen, man. They fear that name. They like that sweet Jesus, baby, little Jesus. Jesus come for everybody type of stuff.
And I'm gonna finish this off with 16. When the Lord shall build up Zion, he shall appear in his glory. So right now we spiritually, you can go ahead and cut it off.
Hey, we spiritually Zion. We standing right here like mountains, man. Unmovable right here. And that dude, like what he do, took off. He was trying to peel our skin off, but that wasn't gonna happen, man. We rooted and grounded in his true word, man. His true living knowledge, man.
Spiritual temples and we building.
God. That edification right there goes into word build.
This is Isaiah 8:20, and it says, "To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them."
Woo!
And that dude was nothing but darkness. Had on all black, which means void of light. Nigga speaking darkness, no sense at all, really. Nigga coming with constellations and all kind of shit, man. Just use the scriptures, man.
He said, feed my sheep. We're supposed to feed the sheep.
Hey.
We're supposed to feed them this word. Give them the living waters. He came with constellations. He didn't come with not one scripture.
Yeah.
Not one scripture to back up nothing. They try to speak to us as if we didn't know nothing. Like, yeah, we can prove all that. We got the scriptures. That's easy. That's what he said. How you know he the white man? He kneeling on my neck.
Nah, nigga, you know the right, but he the white man because
I like, yeah, we got revelation.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, that's easy.
His
Yeah,
skin
you
was
know.
burnt brass.
Look
Man.
at the picture of Cain and Abel. He can stay in him.
I bet you don't even know Cain is the spiritual forefather of Israelites. You don't even know that.
Nah, you don't. And Cain, we know that. Cain, that's a weapon right there. We know what his name goes into, dude. We know the deep saying, you know? So,
Hey, we studied up, man.
yeah, that just showed right there, man. He'd have got any normal Jake would have got swayed by that.
That would have been like, oh man, that sound bad. That
all
might
right.
be.
You know, the constellations and stuff, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause what he doing was Brother No Light do.
Yep.
Same stuff. It was no different, man. And I knew he was gonna cross the butt. I just like, okay, let me hear what you got to say.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna cut him off then. I wanted to hear that bullshit, man. That shit was funny, man. He kept on going. Yeah, it was funny. He kept on going to the constellations and backwards sayings, and I'm like, oh man.
Nah, like, I'm looking for like, man, is any scripture gonna come out of your mouth? Hey, so that, hey, like I said, those that believe on me, living waters shall come up out of him. No living waters came out that dude, man. None.
Straight carnal wisdom.
'Cause I want to get that precept, man. Let me get that real quick, man. Y'all got it.
Straight carnal wisdom came up out of that man. That man was